Hello, Libras. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Happy new moon, Libras. Happy new moon. Happy new moon. Happy new moon to you, Libras. All right, Libras, let's go. The energy has already been cleared. I've already prayed over your cards. The moon may be in Capricorn when you watch this video, but it's moving into Aquarius, right? New moon in Aquarius. So we're in the new moon phase already, even though it's not, if you're watching it on 8th, it's not officially new moon, but just closing out this cycle, finishing strong. Here we go. Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's been working real hard. So good for you. Here we also have the Six of Pentacles, the Hermit card, the Magician card, the Seven of Swords, and also the Queen of Cups. All right. Knight of Pentacles. Here we also have the Six of Pentacles. Here we also have the Hermit card, right? Here we also have the Magician card. So this is Virgo, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury, right? Here we also have the Seven of Swords. Here we also have the Queen of Cups. Source has been trying to get you to walk away from, move on from having secret, low vibrating thoughts about anybody in particular, just anybody. Because if your thoughts are going that low, it's time for you to take your power back, your power of positive thinking back, right? Especially if you feel like, oh, people are holding on to secrets and I got to do some digging and I got to go find out some stuff and I got to replay it in a very meticulous way. When Source is saying to you, a Hermit card is attached to Virgo. Virgo is a very meticulous sign. It's a perfectionist sign, right? And so you got to ask yourself, who am I trying to perfect? I'm trying to perfect myself, because that's the only thing that we can do. We don't have dominion over other people, right? So Source says somebody is definitely working really hard on not asking, looking for approval from human. You have already worked really, really hard, and what you may come across is people who really don't care about other people's opinions of them, and that may be exciting for you, like, oh wow, how did they get to that point? They deliver from other people's opinions of them. It doesn't seem to really get to them, and it is work to get delivered. It doesn't mean that a person is robotic. It just means that they've delivered from other people's opinions of them. Like when you really get to that point of your life, Libra, of saying everybody has a past. You see how this person is looking back? Everybody has a past, and energies that feel like, okay, they got to try to expose your past and try to expose certain things about you. Source is saying that's when you take your power back. That's your indication. I need to move on from them, because who is living in the past except somebody stuck in a time capsule, right? Remember, time is relative. So you learn lessons from your past and you've evolved. So when other people feel like I gotta keep digging into somebody's past, I gotta find out this, I gotta find out that. The moment they try to bring it to you, your past, I found out, I learned this or I learned that, then guess what? You about to learn who I am today. That's the energy that you're on, right? Here we have the Queen of Cups, and the only way that it may hurt your future is if somebody is like I said, just the negative way of thinking, right? Your source will send when you are really ready to make room for additional streams of income, and you're like, okay, what do I need to rid myself of? What do I need to get rid of in my universe, so that I can make more room in my universe? I can make more money. Make more money. That's more room, right? I need more room to make more money. I'm trying to prepare for something. I'm also have to get delivered from my past. I'm gonna have to get delivered from people's past. So what that means, like for instance, so if you gain any level of celebrity, and I feel like everybody's a celebrity in their own right, right? And so you're worried about your past. Source is saying to you, being afraid to move on from your past because you feel like somebody's going to find out about it. They probably will, and what they can't make up. And if they come against some mature people may be like, okay, so what? Everybody has a past. You have a past too. Why are you bringing up Libra's past? Like, what's the purpose of you bringing up Libra's past? Or who cares? Or what? Right? Or how is that going to hurt? That would be like your enemies linking up. They don't even know each other. They don't even like each other. But because you're the topic of discussion, Libra, all of a sudden people are coming together. Somebody has already learned that in their own family, of how people can come together in your own family. If you've ever been a topic of discussion in your family, it may be hurtful, but that was the first time somebody learned from loved ones my own family members sitting around talking negatively about me. Okay, I know how that feels. I don't want to join in the reindeer games, and I don't want to make somebody else feel that way. That's why this right here, Seven of Swords, is what Source is making it make sense, right? So if you keep looking back and you feel like, okay, I got to look outside. So people, I have a past, and let me see what other people's past are. So it's just like you may find what you're looking for, but you may have lost someone who has evolved, right? So I definitely see, certain things. Like I said, when I look at your cards here, you're getting a lot of downloads and messages from Source. Here we have the Queen of Wands. Here we have the Six of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Six of Wands, right? Here we also have the Queen of Wands. I see you feeling happy, charismatic, and free. A lot of when you're dealing with mature energies, Libra, you're going to realize that some people don't care about your past. They only care about who you are right now, and have you evolved? Like, have you really changed? Have you stopped hanging out with certain people? Are you still attached, or have you detached from energies that's going to bring problems into your whatever moving forward? Because I'm seeing two types of situations right here, right? I feel like with a number 2 is the number for peace, like the peace sign, right? Source is saying make peace with your past so that you don't have to. And Source is going to send somebody, if Source hasn't already sent people across your past who have made peace with their past. They've already picked up their swords and made peace with their past, so make peace with yours. So if you're still looking on the outside of yourself, like, I wonder if people are holding on to secrets, that's the dark side of the number 7. But the light, that's like, why? I know everybody has a past. I got to keep digging and digging and digging. Source is saying you're going to dig yourself right into, here we have the Eight of Swords, driving yourself crazy when you're dealing with energies who don't care. Here we have the Six of Swords. They don't care about your past. They don't care about theirs. They like, okay, everybody has a past. Somebody is invoking a nightmare. Here we have the Nine of Swords and also the Six of Wands. So I definitely see somebody at a space right now where you're learning how to pray and also meditate. Here we have the Page of Wands, right? So we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Six of Wands, and Page of Wands, right? So I definitely feel like somebody, when you, like I said before, it could be somebody's giving a whole lot of thinking to something. This is why you see so much air here. And every time you think about something, it's like, okay, I'm thinking about my past and what I've moved on from and so on and so forth. And are people going to am I good enough? Am I worthy? Am I being judged or whatever? Somebody's about to learn that the humans, we don't have dominion over each other. I keep trying to tell everybody in all of my readings, we don't have dominion over each other. We are not each other's gods, right? So if somebody want to judge you from your past, guess what? They got one too. Everybody has a past. On your way of learning what your purpose is, you see this moon right here? The sun illuminates the moon, right? So somebody has to learn. You're going through a rite of passage. A lot of people rob themselves of very healthy relationships moving forward because they feel like, okay, well, I got to find out other people's past. I got to see what secrets they holding on to. Okay, well, knock yourself out. Go ahead and exhaust yourself in that. Somebody else will be already moved on. So, yeah, here we also have the Chariot card. I see somebody getting married. Here we have the Sun card there. We have the Tower card. We also have the Temperance card and also the Emperor card. Ooh, child, if I see Aries come out and reading, what in the world? But I'm seeing the Tower card, right? So listen, like I said before, everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. And before I even put like the Sun card twice, remember the sun illuminates the moon, right? And so energies that are operating in the dark side of themselves, right? They have this, it's my way or the highway. They're always trying to expose people's past. They always in this energy. So you could have come across an energy that's having your head and heart at war with each other because you're like, well, wait a minute now. They don't care about my past. Nothing about my past they scared of? No. That was your past. You've evolved from that energy. Here we also have the Chariot card, right? So I definitely see, sources saying, stay away from energies that cause your temper to rage out of control. Cut them. Well, let's keep it on the throne, right? Cut them out of your life and recognize that, hey, you evolved from that type of energy. It's going to shock some people. I'm telling you, it's going to shock some people from your past that recognize that, hey, I'm in a more loving, balanced style relationship where people are actually, this is what this is where my head and heart are no longer at war with each other. That's what I'm saying for somebody. Come across somebody who is very compassionate, someone who takes the time to try to they don't care about my past. But again, you got to detach, Libra, you got to detach from energies who operate in dark emperor energy. That energy, when I say dark emperor energy, I'm talking about some energies is my way or the highway, and I'm going to ruin you. They on that frequency, right? They on that energy where they like trying to ruin people. They like that. Their domination. They have this excessive control. They lack discipline. They're inflexible. Like I said, it's my way or the highway. Source is saying they are having a tower moment, because whether someone came across your path a short amount of time or they're coming to stay, either way, it's a lesson for you to detach from the energy from your past that could bring out the worst in you, could cause a horrible temperament. Source needs you to see things from the highest frequency, right? Yeah. It could be a fire energy. It could be a Sagittarius. It could be an Aries. It could be a Leo, because Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun illuminates the moon. Like somebody feels like, okay, when I'm around certain types of energies, I feel triggered. My temper is about to rage out of control. It's reminding me of something. It's reminding me of the nightmares that I came from. So it's just like you can wake up from the nightmare at any time. Stop talking about them, and when you start thinking about it, change the thought. Change the course of your thinking, because otherwise it'll drive you crazy. Oh, looking at the outside, I got to find out other people's secrets so I can have something against other people like other people have against me. When you can be messing up a situation where you can be right staring right at your person that I see you getting married to, but you're looking at something from their past because people have done the same thing to you. So it's like cut off the energy from your past that caused your temper to rage out of control. That's what Source is trying to help somebody to do. Here we have High Priestess energy, the Four of Wands. We have the Page of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and Five of Swords. So here we have the High Priestess. Somebody is definitely tapped into their emotions now. If you weren't tapped in before with your gifts, I bet you tapped in now. Because again, when you're dealing with energies that are on the dark side of things and they having a tower moment, they're having an awakening. Their awakening is going to be they couldn't stop or block what Source is already predestined for you. I see somebody settling down with somebody. Here we have the Four of Wands. You're going to feel like a huge weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. It's a different type of love when you're being loved by somebody who doesn't care about your past, for real. It's a difference if you were a person who is, God forbid you got bodies buried in your backyard, like you're a serial killer or something like that. I'm not trying to trigger somebody, but Source is saying to you, when you're dealing with smart energies, they know that some people are like oil and water, and so, but as long as you're not still connected to that and dumping that into somebody else's universe, some people are literally like oil and water. So I see you sitting down and meditating. I see that now that you're in the light about something, and again, I definitely see somebody's gonna feel like a huge weight has been left. It's no longer your responsibility to even care about what other people think, whether they feel they trying to use your past against you, whatever. The effect that it's going to have on somebody to feel like I'm delivered from people's opinions of me. I can go ahead and say I need to move on from my past. See this right here, these two cards right here. Somebody keeps looking back, and Sources like you missing the blessings right in your face because you keep looking back at the past. What are people going to say? What are they going to think? What do they know about me? Who cares what they know? And guess what? Stuff that people don't know, they make up stuff. They will make up anything because they need the story to be more salacious because they're miserable with themselves. Here we have the Page of Wands. But who the heck cares? Misery loves company. Somebody's had to learn that the hard way. Misery loves company. But again, that's what I'm saying for you all. Let me see what else we got going on here so we can go ahead and close out your reading. But yeah. Yeah, I feel like, like I said, it maybe even for a short period of time that somebody may have come across energies as like, you know what, they don't care about your past. And again, if you don't get the message, Libra, you may think, well, they must be judging me because, they would have stayed around. If they were already in forward motion, they're going to continue being in forward motion. They basically dropped off a golden nugget. Hey, your past does not define you. Keep on moving forward. You have purpose in this life. And that's what this energy is going to find out. The Emperor energy is going to find out, and that's what you're leaving in the past. You're like, listen, I deserve better. And so there it is. Here we have the Three of Wands. Here we have the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands. We have the Page of Wands, and then also the Two of Wands, right? Yeah, Source is saying take a leap of faith into your own future, because there's some energies that want you, they don't want you like this. They don't want you in this feeling like happy again. They don't want you to be in good, healthy relationships, Libra. They constantly watching you online. They constantly watching. They watching to see if you're gonna be lost. They waiting to see if their predatory behavior of like preying on people's past and stuff like that has affected you. They want to see if so they can sit back proud, licking their lips, their ears flopping, their ears flopping with the flies flying all around them. Because they still live in that wilderness, eat or be eaten type of energy. Source is saying if you want to be in a relationship with a human being that is delivered from their past relationship, you're going to have to get away from people that's in survival mode. You have a lot of great ideas moving forward. It's not going to stop or block your money. You got money trying to come in, and you're right there at that vault door of everything that you prayed for. And Source is saying it's time to get away from and it's a fire energy, because you got too much fire in the cards. Get away from them fast. Here we have the Eight of Wands. Here we also have the Five of Wands. They will keep reaching out to you in spirit and ideas. Anything they may have said to you, like I know certain things about you, or you were involved in this, or you did that, they will keep reaching out to you in spirit, and however they can reach out to you. They'll reach out to you through song. If you all have favorite songs together, they'll reach out to you. If you have kids together, they'll try to stay in contact with you that way. They'll try to stay in contact with you if you're still connected to some people that they know. You're going to have to do a complete deep cleansing of them all together if you can. And if there's kids involved, that's a conversation. Yeah, I mean, if it's not about our kids or children or whatever, child or the business that we have, Source is saying it's time to go through time to dissolve some things. And that's what I see. That's what's happening with you all, Libras. But yeah, when you come across, like I said before, because I see somebody getting married in business and in love. That would be like, let's say you're already married, Libra. Let's say, for instance, you're saying, you know what, I feel inspired. I feel inspired by I definitely feel inspired by, going into business or starting a business or whatever. These types of energies will threaten to bring your past back up. They want to stay connected to you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. They'll mess up your money. They'll mess up everything, because they got to somehow insert themselves in your life. And Source is saying you're going to find out the easy way or the hard way. The best thing for you to do is learn how to leave some bridges burned and move on with your life. It's time to ascend. Number 28, ascension. That's right. Your words are creating your reality. So if you keep looking back, talking about how much of a nightmare where they were or how much of a nightmare they caused, you are invoking that spirit. Then you see scary movies. They keep saying the same name over and over and over again, invoking that spirit. Next thing you know, here they are. You spoke it up. You ever heard people say, I was just thinking about you and you called. You invoke that spirit. I was just talking about you and you called. I had a dream about you last night and you talking about it. It happened. Source is saying, come on now. You better trust your inner voice. You better trust your inner voice. It's time for you to connect with some other people who are operating in their light. Everybody has a past. Everybody has family members that have tried to burn them. Everybody has exes that try to burn them. Everybody has something that's tried to burn them, Libra. And so Source is saying to you, but they're having a tower moment. Source has a beautiful way of hiding you behind other things to get the job done so that you can stay inspired and motivated. That's what somebody needs to understand. Source has a way of hiding you behind some things, but all you have to do is take the step of faith and say, I need to detach from certain energies that have tried to burn me in the past. Yeah, stay away from some energies that have tried to burn you in the past. Yep. There it is. Don't return their call. Because they'll be calling because they see they're going through hell right now. It may not seem like it if you're looking at them on social media, whatever, which Source is saying, stop doing that. If you're on, somehow connected to, some energy, it's a fire energy. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, there's too much fire in your cards. Somebody has burned you out and threatening to burn you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So yeah, they'll try to come back up with some, did so-and-so know this about you and do so-and-so know that about you? Listen, if it's going to affect somebody's life in a way, it's best for you to tell people up front and give them an opportunity to move on before, because the way that some of the people from your past trying to come back, they want to drag you back into a survival mode situation. Here we have sacrifice. Yeah, they're still trying to sacrifice you. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. That's right. You can come across somebody who's just like, they don't care about your past. They're not trying to dig up your past and find out whatever the case may be. Just be honest. Let people know up front. If you feel like it's going to affect you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, have that conversation. Let me see. I think I got everything. Oh, yeah, because people out here be trying to ruin people's reputations and stuff like that, and you've already evolved. Nobody care about all of that. They're like, okay, oh, your ex hating again. Okay, we see it. Let that energy consume itself. As long as you've already said something, you don't have to worry about that. Here we have affirmations for growth. I'm a work in progress, period. I release old habits and create new trails. Each day I am getting better. I am in charge of the direction of my life. I'm not defined by my past. And I'm trying to tell you, somebody who lives in that land of, I gotta burn people's reputation. I gotta find out some information on them so I can use it against them. They want you in survival mode. Here we have, I am not defined by my past. I grow through my struggles. Roadblocks create opportunities. Somebody's kind of at a roadblock right now where they feel like, okay, I'm kind of at a state, and you know what a roadblock is, but somebody's kind of at a space in their lives right now where they feel like, okay, I need to make I need to find a way around something. I need to find a way around something that, could possibly threaten to, a dangerous situation. I need to find a way around something. And, somebody feels like a barrier, kind of something that was like set up by somebody who is like, when we think about emperor energy, we think about an authoritative figure, like a father figure or something like that. Like, and not necessarily your father. It could be a father of a child. It could be, somebody could be a father, but an authoritative figure, or at least an energy that you say, if they use their fire the right way, okay, I feel motivated, I feel inspired, I feel like there's a clear agenda, I feel like it's a willful act. But when they use it in a dark sense, it's an energy that, like I said, very domineering. It's my way or the highway. I'm going to get my way. If somebody says, if I can't have you, nobody else will have, that kind of type of energy, right? Trying to mess up something that's, that's trying to head your way. And they try to, and when you think about roadblocks, you think about a barrier or some kind of barricade in the road, one that's set up by authorities or authoritative figures that, that cause some kind of, that, for some kind of, that stop and, examine some kind of traffic. Like, okay, some things have really backed up to a point. At this point, it's presenting a roadblock. Like, at this point, I can't keep burning myself out with certain types of energies. When something big is trying to happen, trying to come across your path, and some kind of an approval, something you've been working real hard for is going to bring more money across your path, and something from your past to some degree is kind of threatening to block that. Like, oh, I know this about you, I know that about you. Sources like, look, you better learn how to take your power back. When you read like autobiographies, and you hear about how so many people that, from your past have tried to come and extort people for money. They've tried to do all kinds of stuff, trying to ruin relationships and stuff like that. Sources like, look, take the blindfolds off. Take the blindfolds off so that you can see moving forward. It's not going to stop with sources already predestined in your life. It's just that you gotta cut some people off. You gotta just let them go, release them. 18, I am kind-hearted. So you are both open-minded and open-hearted, and your ambition is to leave this world better than you found it. Ensure that your goals are aligned with the collective need and with the highest good of all. Yep, 18. 1 and 8 is 9. I definitely see somebody eventually, whether you do it now or down the line or whatever the case may be, It's time to stop blocking your blessings by letting bullying type of energies, narcissistic type of energies, people who feel low about themselves and trying to project that onto you, Libra, and that's you dumping it into other people, that way of thinking, belief system. I gotta, somebody's holding secrets on the outside of me. Everybody, come on now. So it's just like, help yourself. Wake up from the nightmare. Wake up from the nightmare. That is what I have for you all. I will see you all in the next reading. So yeah, on the next video. But again, free yourself from that. Somebody from your past definitely has been a nightmare for you. They created nightmare situations for you, and they are threatening to burn. So this is where it burned you. So Source is saying, you're a very compassionate person, Libra. So it's now time for you to drink from your own cup of compassion. And when you come across people who are equally as compassionate, Source is saying, listen, take the blindfolds off. That's what I have for you. I will see you in the next reading. Bye.